Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I really wanted to show you this blanket that I'm working on. Look at this. This is so pretty and it's so light and airy as well. The yarn that I'm using for this is yarn that I was sent and it's called the Red Heart Soft Baby Steps and it's so squishy and soft. You can get this on Lovecraft's website if you're in the UK, and it's only £1.99 for a 100-gram ball. Now this size here that I've used two balls of yarn on it, and it makes a really nice, decent size little pram or car seat cover size. This is what I've got left. Now I'm not going to do a border or anything to it. I'm just making this little blanket for in the car to go on the baby car seat, and I want to show you how to do this really pretty easy stitch. This is a beautiful shade of lemon, this, and look at that, it's really lovely. It's really easy to do as always, and it's really nice and squishy. I'll open that pattern up a little bit. So this is what it sort of looks like. It is called a bean stitch, and I'm going to show you how to do it because it's really easy and I think you'll like it. So for my sample, I'm going to use this Stylecraft Special Babies, and it's a chunky yarn. You can use any yarn for this. If you're using a double knitting yarn, then I would even use a 5mm hook for it. And this stitch, it can be really compact if you use a small hook, but if you use a bigger hook, it opens it up a little bit and makes it a little bit lighter. There is no stitch count for this blanket. No stitch count. You just do the width of chain that you want your blanket to be. And there is only one row repeat. It's only one row that you keep repeating. So I'm going to do a chain. I'm just going to do a small sample. Make sure you don't do your chain too tight. If you do your chain tight, your blanket will go bow in like this, and you don't want that. So don't do your chain too tight. So I'm just going to do a small sample. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the second stitch in the chain. Don't count that loop. That's a loop, it's not a stitch. So never count the one on the hook. Count 1 and 2. Now you're going to go through that stitch and pull your yarn through, and you've got 2 loops on your hook. Do a yarn over and go into the same stitch. Go back into that same stitch, pull through, and you've got 4 loops on your hook. You're going to do yarn over and come through all of those 4 loops and chain 1. Skip 1 stitch and go into the next one. So skip 1, go through the stitch, pull your yarn through. You've got 2 loops on your hook. Put your yarn over and go into that same stitch. Go into the same stitch and pull through. So you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, chain 1. Remember to do that little chain 1 to lock those stitches together. Skip a stitch, skip that one and go through the next one. Pull your yarn through, yarn over and go into the same stitch. Pull through. You've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and come through all 4 and chain 1. You're going to do that all the way to the end of your chain. Skip 1, through the next one, yarn over and through the same stitch again, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through and chain 1. Skip 1, so you skip that one and go into the next one, yarn over and into the same stitch, pull through, yarn over and through 4 loops, chain 1. Skip that one, don't do that one, do this one. So go in to that second stitch, pull through, yarn over into the same stitch and pull through, yarn over and through all those loops and chain 1. And this is what you're getting. You've got to make sure that you do that chain 1 once you've pulled through, because you're going to need those little spaces on the next round. So skip 1 and go into the next one. Pull through 2 loops you've on your hook, yarn over and through the same stitch and pull through. You've got 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4 and chain 1. Don't do it too tight. Skip 1 and do your little bean stitch in the next one. So you've got 4 loops, pull through, chain 1. Skip a stitch, into the next stitch, yarn over into the same stitch, pull through 4 loops, chain 1, skip 1 and into the last stitch you're going to pull through, yarn over into that same stitch again, pull through and come through all those 4 loops, chain 1 and turn. Now where you're going to go next is, can you see that space that's there? That's your cluster and there's your space. That's where we're going to be going, into this space here. And the same here, we'll go into this space, and the same here, just pull it apart and go into the space that's there. So we've done our chain 1 and we're going to turn. So into that space, pull your yarn through, yarn over, into the same space, pull through, you've got 4 loops, yarn over, pull through those 4 loops and chain 1. You're going to move to the next space, go past that cluster and into that space. And this is what you repeat all the time. That's so simple. That's your repeat. So you're going into the next space, that's your cluster there, and you're going into the space right beside it. Straight through, pull your yarn through, yarn over and go into the same space, pull through, you've got 4 loops, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops and chain 1. Skip the cluster and go into that space beside it, pull through, yarn over, in that space again, pull through 4 loops, yarn over, pull through and chain 1, and do that all the way to the end. Go in, yarn over, in again, pull through the loops, chain 1, skip the cluster, go into the space, pull through, yarn over into that same space, pull through, yarn over through your 4 loops and chain 1, chain 1. Now at the end there is a little space there next to the cluster. We're just going to do the same thing, yarn over into that same space, pull through, yarn over through the 4 loops, chain 1 and turn. And that is what you're going to repeat. And look at that, you get this really pretty stitch. And you're going into that space again, straight in, 2 loops, yarn over into the same space. Now you've got 4 loops, 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, pull through and chain 1, and then into the side of the next one. And that is all you're going to repeat, row after row after row, until your blanket is as big as you want it. It's really easy. I did tell you this was easy. Chain 1 into the next space, work that bean stitch, chain 1, pull through, yarn over, and there we go, through there. So your first one is straight through, then yarn over and through again, pull through, chain 1. You're going into the space next to the cluster, pull through, yarn over, and then pull through again, through those 4 loops, chain 1, and this is how easy this is. And when you're at the end, you do have your cluster there and then your little space in there, pull through, yarn over, and chain 1 and turn and start it again. And this is what you get. Now this is a chunky yarn, this yarn here. This one is chunky and with a 6mm crochet hook, and that is the look that you get. Now this one is the same, it was the same hook, but it was this double knitting soft baby steps, and this is what I got with this. So the stitch is a little bit more open because it's a thinner yarn, and this is the thicker yarn. So that's the difference that you get with a chunkier yarn than the sort of thinner one. And it's quite a stretchy stitch. Look how quickly it grows, and it's really pretty. You should give this a try. I'm going to pop that up there. I'll finish that another day. I'll make a bigger one. What you can also do with this is you can make squares like this in different colours. If you've got this yarn but in different colours, you can make yourself a little pastel blanket out of squares with that. I'm going to do another little bit on this, but I thought I would show you it because I really like it and I think that you would like it as well. So that's it in the lemon. Get my little pink one back, and that's it in that pink. So it's really, really pretty. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, then please subscribe to my channel. And if you click on that bell icon, YouTube will tell you when I put up another tutorial. So until the next time, happy crafting, and I'll see you all again soon. Give this super quick, really easy blanket a try. You will love it.